Enchanted Pony Academy, Chapter 5. Daisy hurried to the banquet hall for dinner. She took a few carrots from the trough and scoop of oats. There was even a dish of sugar cubes with a lever to release a few into her bucket. What a treat! She carried her bucket over to the table where Skydancer, Electra, and Razzle stood. "Is everything okay?" Skydancer asked. "The headmaster just wanted to tell me to keep working hard." Skydancer smiled at her. "See, I told you not to worry." The ponies munched and crunched. Daisy thought she'd never tasted better food. She glanced over at Duke's table, where he was changing the color of his friend's apples with a touch of his horn. She wondered if a purple apple tasted different from a red one. "Are you guys ready to find the sea ponies?" Razzle asked. "A bunch of other ponies want to come too. We're meeting outside the stables in half an hour." Daisy pushed away the rest of her food. "I don't want to get into trouble by leaving the grounds." "Rules are for fools," Razzle said. "No one will know." Maybe not, but she wasn't going to risk it. She'd made a promise to the headmaster. "Sorry, you guys will have to tell me what the sea ponies look like." Daisy walked out of the cafeteria where the rest of the ponies plotted their adventure. She stopped in the great hall and looked at the beautiful decorations. She inspected the map of the grounds. She'd been wanting to take a closer look. The maps she'd seen in her library books hadn't been so detailed. There was still so much to learn about this place. That was one thing she could do well: read, study, learn. The thought comforted her. On the map, she saw the river from the sea twisted down from the north and came close to the forest beyond the orchard. An X marked that spot, identifying it. She remembered seeing the river out of the tower window. The ponies wouldn't be far from the campus, but they would have to leave it to see the sea ponies. Then Daisy noticed something. She took a step closer, and followed the course of the river. Once it left the forest, it went back up and around the school, and it came near the faraway forest on the other side of the flying field. That was on school grounds. There was a way to see the sea ponies without leaving school property. It just wasn't marked with an X. She raced off to meet the other ponies and tell them her news. They were leaving the stables when she found them. "Hey, everyone, stop!" "Daisy, don't worry," Skydancer said. "We're not going to get into trouble. No one's going to see us. I found a way to look at the river without leaving school grounds. There's another spot where the river comes through the forest. I saw it on the map in the great hall. Follow me." Daisy led the ponies across the orchard to a small forest. Skydancer paused. "It's really dark in there. Maybe this wasn't a good idea." "Don't be scared." Electra lit up her horn so they could see in the shadowy woods. "That's much better," Skydancer said, cautiously following Daisy. After a while, Skydancer stopped to ask a butterfly if they were getting close. The butterfly informed her that they were almost there. They walked along some more, then paused. "I can hear the water!" Daisy cried. The ponies galloped after her until they came to a wide, blue river sparkling in the setting sun. "It's beautiful," Razzle said. "Where are the sea ponies?" Skydancer asked. "Don't they live underwater?" Daisy asked. "How are we supposed to see them?" "Someone told me they come up if they hear music," Electra said. "Really?" Daisy asked. "We have to sing," Electra said. She started singing a song, but before she'd gotten through the first verse, all the other ponies were pressing their ears flat. "They'll never come up if they hear that," Skydancer said. Electra stuck her nose in the air, offended, but she stopped singing. "Let me try," Daisy said. "My mother used to sing to me to sleep. I remember all her songs." Daisy closed her eyes and started to sing. "Wind in the willows, moon in the sky, sleep, my little pony, while I sing this lullaby." The ponies were silent. Did they think she was horrible? "Maybe I don't do it as well as my mother," Daisy said. "No!" Skydancer said. That was amazing. Look, Razzle said, pointing her hoof toward the water. A few slick heads popped up from the surface of the water. Their snouts were long and their ears were small. Bits of shell and coral were threaded in their manes. Sea ponies! Skydancer squealed. You did it, Daisy! The sea ponies blinked at them with big dark eyes, then skittered back under water. They flashed their tails as they dove into the river. The ponies ran back to school, laughing and whining as they went. That was so cool, Razzle said. Electra charged ahead of the group, lighting up her horn and hoofs as she raced across the field. Woohoo! Daisy was glad she'd helped them find the sea ponies. When they got back to the stables, they went to their stalls right before 9 and fell fast asleep. The next morning, after breakfast, the new ponies returned to the training fields again. Headmaster Elegries was standing there. Daisy's heart started beating fast. He stepped forward. Daisy, can you come here, please? She walked over to him while all the other ponies stood silently watching. She felt very nervous. I understand you led a group to find the sea ponies last night, he said. She took a step back. How did you know? I have many animals in the forest and the grounds who keep track of my students. They report everything to me. So is it true? Looking down, Daisy nodded. We wanted to see the sea ponies were real. And? He asked. They are, Daisy said, certain she was about to get into trouble in front of everyone. Daisy found a place to see them without leaving the school grounds, Skydancer explained. And she sang to them and they came up to the top of the water, Razzle added. I know, my animal caretakers told me, the headmaster said. Really? Skydancer asked. I have eyes and ears everywhere, he said. Are you mad, sir? Daisy asked. He smiled. Not at all. Students from every new class want to catch a glimpse of the sea ponies, and they usually try to leave school grounds to do it. However, they are always stopped by my caretakers before they do. But you, Daisy, you found the spot where you could observe them without leaving the grounds, and you got them to rise. You have to be special to do that. He winked at her. Thank you, sir, she said softly. Even if she wasn't in trouble, it was embarrassing to be the center of attention. Now everyone, back to your studies. Headmaster Elegries said, the royal children will be touring the school in a few weeks. The pony scampered over to the group of students on the field, but Daisy hung back. The headmaster's announcement was a surprise. She never imagined she'd see the royal children so soon. Would she know her glitter gift by then? Come on, Daisy, Skydancer shouted. Daisy trotted over to join the others. After going through more tests and drills, another one of the ponies discovered he could lift water out of a puddle and swirl it around with his horn. It was a neat gift, but now it was just Daisy and Stone waiting to discover what they could do. Stone didn't look any happier than Daisy felt.